the same, and it's so hard to explain, yeah. Oh, Mapenzi Hayafiki Bei, yeah. Mapenzi Hayafiki Bei, Mapenzi Hayafiki Bei, yeah. Mapenzi Hayafiki Bei, yeah. Oh, Mapenzi Hayafiki Bei. Oh, Mapenzi Hayafiki Bei. Why Mapenzi Hayafiki Bei? Yeah. 'Cause Mapenzi Hayafiki Bei. Oh. Koroga Festival. I remember we performed that time. So 2020, 2017, 2016. 2017 and 2018. Either of the 2017. Yeah. That one person with Eric Wainaina. Did it with Eric Wainaina. There's a time also Eric Wainaina was doing something, and then we did something with him. Working with Eric Wainaina was good. Which other space? I think as Linda, we got to meet really great people, and also working with Sanaipei Tande, because she wrote for us some original songs. It was a great experience to learn about these people. I was just saying the current opportunity that I have to push HalleBee to the next level is the one that is current, and I'm working with Dexter DJ. That's my business partner and also my co-artist. Let me call it co-artist. Well, he's a DJ, but he's more behind the scenes, but still in the scene. You know, not just behind the scenes, but in the scene. So yeah, of course, when you have a performance, when you have interviews, it's all going to be there so that people understand how the brand is. We want to have something different. In as much as it's a soulful idea, but my new EP is actually different from people who know me as an R&B artist. Because for now, the only probably corporate situation I've been in is with my hosting karaoke, hosting karaoke, and that's as much as it goes. But I'm hoping it's going to be a transition also for HalleBee and Dexter DJ to move into that context. I say yes, because many people don't understand the music business, and that's why I feel I'm a bit confident right now to get into it. There's so many ways to earn from music, and especially right now, digitally. I have a friend whose songs are not as famous, or maybe we are not the target audience, but he lives off his music. Purely. His rent is paid through his music, especially. He gave me his invoices. Like, I put them on my platform, and it's Spotify, it's ABCD, is ABCD, is ABCD. He has a plan of how he releases it. He has fans from outside Kenya. And so that's how he gets his money. And within a month, he told me the least he could get is probably 45 Gs, the least. And plus he has performances. So you see, you can start from there. Make sure you have a manager, or you can manage yourself to move throughout corporates and do performances. And just continue releasing and releasing, reinvesting into your music. Investing in your music, getting cash, reinvesting into it, doing great videos. There's a good strategy out of it. So if you just have strategy, then you can actually survive through music. Because mostly we were just taught, enda tu hapo, tu ngoma hapo kwa producer, you pay, you come out with a CD, start selling it across on the streets. No, that's not how it works. There's a good way of making money through music, for sure. I think the first thing that someone needs to understand when you're starting to do music, you have to have something that is pushing your music. You get, it's either someone or you. Because you cannot tell me that you have no income and you're writing and you want to go to the producer and you have bills to pay. And at the end of the day, maybe the producer wants how much? 15 G's. You don't have food, your rent is probably 10 G's. Like, listen, you have to be realistic, okay? Get to the point where you are okay. Then start your music with the production. Then involve the fans when you are stable, so that now when you're coming out, you're okay to move around. Because there's a lot. These things are like looked at as things that kidogo, but there's Uber, moving from one interview to another. You know, you might be famous and very broke. Trust and believe me. And that's why some people have been driven to drugs. I don't want to mention her name, but there's one artist that surprised me in one of my karaoke's, was literally so drunk and looked like she really deals drugs. And I looked at her, I cried, like tears were falling from my eyes, because I'm trying to understand, where did she go wrong? We're over here thinking that she's so famous, and look at her, she was looking skinny, and she just, oh my God, it was so sad. And that's when I learned that you just have to be realistic. Like, let the fans not confuse you. Yeah, you want new music, you want new music. Yes, new music has to come when there's money. And when there's a plan to do it. If you don't have a plan, it will fail. So just for those people who are starving, I mean, feed yourself first. Look for a way to feed yourself so that you don't starve, and then have peace of mind. And that's how you're going to produce really well. Doing anything it takes, lakini si upoko. No, I'm not over here saying, you know, judging anybody to do who does anything for their children. But I'm just praying that they try, before it gets to that point, try anything that is good for your soul. And then you can do it. Sell something, I don't know, start a business, do something. Just be on point. Silala nja, because you're recording. I think, I would let the cat out of the bag so much, but I'm getting into a bit of Afrobeats. I was thinking, let's make people happy in this time, okay? Let's not just force issues. Because I know I love R&B. I love music that you can listen to and still appreciate after 20 years. But I also want to make people enjoy my music and have fun. So that it's a mix of all those things. Let's just say Afrobeat is involved in it. And I want to get into that space in terms of even performance, because to have like a very spirited performance when you perform. Yeah, that's it. Do a little bit of language. It's not going to be English only. People are so used to me speaking English and singing in English. I have Luo in it, I have French in it, I have probably, I'll try even do other languages that I'm not used to. Because singing is one language, you can kill it. When I actually just started those things, I think I was 22-ish there. Yeah. 22 when I actually went for the audition, did all those things, Then when we got to Linda, I was, I think, 23, 24. Yeah, all through to now. There's a big difference. Number one, I'm patient. I know I'm usually patient, but there's some things that really get to me. But nowadays, I choose my battles, I pick my battles. And also, vocally, man, so much progress. I'm even proud of myself. Vocally, I'm proud of myself, because initially I was so scared even to sing in front of people. Now if you give me the mic, I'm just like, yo, let's go, which song, next song? And even if I go off key, because I'm also learning. But I can say, for real, you just learn as you go. I cannot tell someone that this is how you do it, this is how it is. You learn as you go. There's no freaking plan. Because there's one day that sometimes I'm just like, I want to just tell my baby to shut up. I want to do these things. But then with your motherhood, you just keep calm. There's patience that has come with motherhood. You're patient to understand how things fall in place. I'm not in a hurry. And also, it is stressful. It is stressful, but then there's meditation, there's praying, there's just learning how to make your time work around, because I fight so hard to also make time for my baby when I can, because I host karaoke like most days of the week. I do my other jobs online, and I also have to record music, I have to write it. Sometimes I don't have inspiration, but what I can say is you learn as you go. Once you're a mother, everything will just work. Yeah, everything will work out. Adulting is just adulting. Kila mtu amefika adulthood anafaa tu kuunderstand. Sasa hivi tu zimepanda. You know, everything is just stressful, but you find a way to just ease yourself. Like for me, I meditate. And then I also learn how to be positive, give myself affirmations. And it works, by the way. It does, I swear. It does. So I try to be positive. And then I hang around people who give me positive energy. You get what I'm saying? Everybody likely that I'm working with is giving me positive energy. Even if I am in a surrounding that has negativity, there's one or two people that are keeping me afloat. Yeah, so I think that's important. You just surround yourself with supportive system, people who are just adding value to your life, please. Otherwise, if you're a mother and you have that and you have that and you have that, and kila kitu you'll lose yourself. Because I almost actually fell into that postpartum depression. It's easy. Almost. But it is easy to fall into it if you don't have a supportive system. Yeah, that's why Sedo kind of like told me, it happens. And when it happens, just focus on the positives and you will see how things are better. Be grateful. So it is okay. And I would love to be like an ambassador of any mental health initiative, whatever, because I feel like people out there suffer, especially men.
Silence.
Yeah. I would love that to be out there, because people need to understand that just because someone is looking good, has makeup, is driving a big Mercedes, that is not it, man. They go back in the house and they just want to kill themselves. So we need to make that people aware. Because when you're working with older people, that's why the idea of mentorship is there. Because you're looking at what they're doing and how it's making sense, how it's not. And you also start to learn how it can benefit you in your own terms, So I think being young it's all about learning. But when you're older, you just put the experiences that you had when you're young and make them better. So all I'm just saying is, you cannot be old and do the things that you were doing when you were young. That's just basically it. You have to have learned. There has to be a lesson. Yeah, there has to be something. So I cannot do some of the things that I was doing when I was young. Not that I can't have fun. Of course, you can drink, have fun, go out there. But there is some type of reason to everything. When you become someone who's older, you reason. So if you're unable to reason, that means you're still in your childish ways. I have a guitarist. His name is Steve-O, Watafsiri. And I mean, the first time we just clicked really well. We were going for a performance and we just did something very random and we just performed. And from there I was like, you know what? That would be nice to work with someone who you have that connection with, chemistry with, and grow with. So at least now I can count myself that I have a guitarist. So for now, we can do acoustic anywhere. When someone calls for an acoustic and it's a performance, we go. But for a band, I'm sure instrumentalists know each other. So with him, I'm sure anajua kuna leads, kuna bassist, kuna drama, kuna nani. Yeah, so. I'm going to start with family first. I'm going to start with, of course, my sister. My sister has been amazing in terms of supporting me. She had a baby before me, so this whole motherhood thing is something beautiful because of her presence. And shout out to my family in terms of my mom-in-law. I mean, I wish my mom was around, my dad, but my mom-in-law, my dad-in-law, my hubby, my baby, because I see her, I look at her and she kind of makes me want to do something. And also, just my sister-in-law, Kiri, let me call their names, Kiri, Bruno, whatever it is, Wasikach. Also, the close-knit friends, Sharon, she's been such a mentor as well in the whole idea, mental health. Michelle, I'm just going to mention their names, they know themselves. In terms of family and friends. Owen, Jeff, Karanja, Liz. Yo, I got love for you guys. When you're within the group, you know themselves. Those are the major people. Person, that is Mo. And then, of course, when it comes to music, there is and my grandma. Oh God, how can I forget my grandma? That is my soul. My grandma, my Dani. Yes. So she's an amazing soul as well. So when it comes to music, I want to thank Wawesh for the growth that he has given me throughout that time. And I want to thank also Sedo, I've mentioned him, Capella, for working with me on that first single that I was just trying to feature in my luck, and also his advice. And MG as well. And also, I mean, there are other artists that I've mingled with here and there that I probably might not remember right now, but ninawapenda wote. Akina Brandon, Kina Ihaji, all the love goes out to you. And of course, right now, I'm also grateful for Dexter DJ, my business partner. Yeah, Dexter DJ is an amazing friend. So we were with him in campus. And again, he has chosen to go with me throughout this whole music journey so that we brand ourselves and become a bigger thing. So yeah, he's gonna come and say a few things.
So it's a pleasure working with Beryl. Looking forward to having great music, good stuff. So far you have a lot of things you're working on. By probably December we'll hear more of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have beautiful stuff coming up very soon. Yeah. Our socials, yeah. Okay, we have different handles. At DJ Dexter DJ, we are on HalleBee, but
at HalleBee.
Yeah, HalleBee. We also have our brand name like HND
Entertainment,
yeah.
Which of course you will get from our personal pages at HalleBee, HalleBurial, and then at Dexter DJ. Those are our social media handles. Yeah. The only way now from here is up. Getting on great music, so excited, amazing videos out there and performances. Like, we're gonna come back with a bang. That's what's up. I would be a lawyer. I would have been a lawyer, seriously. A very serious lawyer who does not even entertain. I would be now Beryl. Beryl is that professional person who anafikirianga tu vitu za vitabu. You know, I'll be reading books, doing this. That would be me. Especially after watching some nice series of, law series, legal drama series, like Suits. You want to be a lawyer so bad. Anyway, I would have been a lawyer. Or, no, there are two worlds. Or an interior designer, which I'm going to venture into later on. What we've said, like, where I was younger, now I'm older, so I am I'm looking at what I was doing wrong and what was supposed to be done, and I want to implement it. So I think right now I am ready to implement the lessons that I learned to be able to juggle all those phases. The most difficult one is the business, because everybody's excited. The easiest is recording. Performance, of course, is hard because you have to involve other people, and sometimes it can be crazy. Utapata hapo mtu wa guitarist amesema shiki simu. Drama pia yuko area, which has happened to us when we were at Linda. Tumeenda Brew Bistro kwenda kuperform. Everybody just decided to go AWOL. But the hardest part is the business, which people should actually focus on, because you can make money through music. We can make money through music, what am I saying? So, yeah, we need to venture into that and use that money to invest into something that makes money for you when you're sleeping. So I think the business part is what is important, and when you're starting, you need to understand that you're a brand. Then you look at it like any other company. However you start like any other company. How a company starts to the end, you put that strategy and it's gonna just fall into place. Both of them have pros and cons. The difference between an independent artist and a signed artist is that an independent artist can wake up in the morning and say, I want to do all these 5 songs and I want them released at this time. And you literally call the shots. You can call the shots. You can be quiet when you want to. You can go to the studio when you don't want to. It's just like literally you know. You can put in a style that you want to. But when you're a signed artist, like, you literally have to work around the culture of the label. When the label decides that you need to be put off a little, you'll have to wait. You know, you are like a dog on a leash, basically. So financially also there's a difference, because there's a cut that goes much to the label and to you. So contract issues are over there, you know, looking for big things and the devil in the contract. But when you're an independent artist, you understand yourself. So financially, you have access to a lot of things. You can do ABCD. But now the other side of being an independent artist is that sometimes you might not know everything. You need a team in your thingy. So if you don't know everything, you might go the wrong direction, which might not give you what you want. And also, you're basically going to suffer when it comes to investing, especially if you don't have it. But with the label, yeah, it is expensive if you look at it as an independent, because studio time, you know, you have to pay for studio time. That's a lot. If you probably want to do 5 songs, 6 songs, you have to spread it across a time where you are able to afford. And also, you're not sure if that song is going to come out and be a hit song. It might have been a waste of time. So that is the worst thing. But with a label, they can go through the right channels, the right distribution channels. They can push your music. They can do that because it's also something they are getting from. So it's more organized. It's more clear. It's clearer, rather. But with the independent one, there's a lot of fog that you have to come through for you to be able to get where you are. Yeah. The most challenging thing is just meeting the right people with good intentions, you know. People who really want to work with you, sometimes they'll come packaged in graciousness. Oh my God, you can go far. Imagine next week. They make you feel so excited. You even want to write, you even do something, but the intentions are all over the place. So by the time you realize, they just leave you hanging. Or they either do something that sabotages your spirit. And so working with the right people. I'd say finances, because at the end of the day, I told you, you have to invest so that you get back what you put in, even double. But working with the right people, you can always get over that financial constraint. Yeah. Come up. Yo, what am I saying? I have recorded 2 other songs. But Nima producers too. Wakono fala. The first one, Who Had Me from the Balcony, I did a song, but it didn't go far. He didn't even master it because of our differences. Nilikuwa nataka terms zingine za ujinga sana. Mimi nikamwacha. You know, the producers have a bad reputation out here. So when chicks go to studio, their husbands or their boyfriends usually think otherwise. Yeah, I mean, it does. Because the first one who wanted like a very weird type of arrangement. And I was like, my nigga. I am actually in the university, okay? It's not like I'm desperate. You just had my voice, so it's okay. So we left it there. And then there was another one when after the audition thing, I did a song. Yeah, I think I've recorded 2 songs. I am not giving myself enough credit. So it's just that one that came out first. One lesson, have multiple streams of income, okay? Have multiple streams of income. You know, it got me like when I was at my peak when I was hosting events. I was doing a lot of karaoke, and you know, I was just solo. At that time, I didn't have a family. So I guess I was just like, oh, this is all good. So when COVID came in, all clubs shut down, you know, no events were coming through as performance, like you could not get performances. So cash-wise, I was hit hard. And also the fact that, you know, now you're starting to think, okay, what else could I be doing? Luckily, I do online jobs as well. So I was not so hit so hard like other people who were even locked out of their houses. But from that experience, I learned that just what I did, you know, having your online thing, if this doesn't work out, doing your karaoke hosting, doing your music, getting a job out there because you've gone to school for it. When you have all those things, you're good. And also starting a business once you have good enough money to invest into it so that you don't have to be scared. When you're going to sleep, you're just scared the landlord is coming. No. So it's good to just try as much as possible to have more than one income stream so that you're just safe, especially for creatives. Yeah. For people who know me, I'm a very closed person when it comes to sharing my experience. You know my experiences through my art, my craft. Either someone who's very, very attentive to my poetry knows when I'm sad, knows when I am excited, knows when I am in love, knows when I am any other thing. So even my music comes across like that. So for me, I'd say love life is very hard when you're in this industry, because there's a lot of assumptions. Like right now, I am a female artist, so I have to go to the studio to record. And sometimes the recording might take a long time. So somebody might be looking at you like, what are you doing? Questions, you know. That is the problem. So now it becomes crowded in terms of what the person thinks about you. And then you have to explain yourself every time. And the more you explain yourself in life, the more energy you take out of you. So you start having conflict. The more you explain yourself to people, the more energy you take out of you. Yeah. There comes a time in your life where you do not have to explain yourself. If someone does not understand what you're doing, how you're doing it, that's up to them. Because when you're clear with your ways, there's no need to explain. You only need to explain when something is not clear. But when things are clear, you can't keep on telling someone, this is what has happened, this is what happened. You're taking away your energy, which you should be putting into either creativity or just chilling somewhere, you know, having a good time. So it can be a little bit crypto. Say when you're in this industry, you just have to have someone who understands you. Period. They have to understand where you're coming from and even support you. You know, can even go with you and support you wherever you're going. In terms of identity, I'm a sensual person. That's why I love soulful music and I can express myself like that. As I said, there's a time when we were doing that time with Sedo and, you know, helping me throughout, he also helped me understand my identity. Because he was like, what do you want to be? Like when I get to your page, what am I going to understand? Because it was like, right now I see you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. So when I come to your page, I want to know who you are. Something specific. So I learned that after just the split later on. Because even during being in the girl group, I just was struggling with my identity. So I realized that everybody was like, oh, you know, Beryl, when you're in your music, in the videos, you know, like, you just want to feel yourself in a good way. You know, you're in yourself, you're so comfortable to express yourself. And you're sexy in a way. Like, those were the type of things I used to get. So when I thought about it and what I was doing, I thought, you know what? Let sensuality be something that speaks out. It just shows from my photos, from my music, from my poetry. So, from my dressing, from my fashion. Yeah. So that was life. Life, man. This music kind of like builds your life. Life builds your music. They're like that. There's a mutual thing. It's a mutual connection. What I go through, I write. Sometimes what I write comes to fruition, you know. So because when you write, you are firm, you know. So I think when it comes to life, they kind of like feed each other. What I can say to people is just be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. The moment you're true to yourself, you eliminate so many problems around you. Because you can communicate to someone clearly, because you understand yourself. And also you can do what makes you happy, be around people who build you, but it starts from being true to yourself. Who are you? But if you live a lie and you don't want to confront yourself, then you'll always have conflict everywhere you go. And you won't have the fruits that you desire. So be true to yourself. Pays off. I want to be happy. That is what I live by. I want to wake up one day and just be happy. You know, I'm not saying I'm not happy. I'm just like, the happiness, I want it to be consistent. And by happiness, I don't mean that there are no bad things that would happen. But even in the bad things, I want to feel like I am comfortable. You know, I'm good. So that's what wakes me up every morning. I want to have a good life, a good environment. I want my child to have the best of life. And yes, and all that you can only find them through money and, you know, growing. So happiness, where I'm at right now is like pursuit of happiness. And then, so yeah, at HalleBee, that is my Instagram, and all the others, HalleBee, at HalleBee, stroke HalleBee. And then we are having our social media, like with Dexter DJ and HalleBee. We will have our projects in the social media platforms that are coming up soon. Of course, we'll be linking them up with our personal ones as well. So be on standby. Great things are coming. Umetuma wazazi wako waje waniambie, umetuma wazazi wako waje wanieleze na mashoga wako waje waniambie, na mashoga wako waje waniambie, ndoa tumeivunja. Siamini kuna time ningeishi bila wewe, mapenzi yako kata na shoka, yashamwagika hayazoleki hayao, basi nenda lote mama, nenda lote mama penzi, unaenda nilikuenzi vinoma noma, yashamwagika hayazoleki hayao, basi nenda lote mama, nenda lote mama. Ukatuma loya wako waje wanisome, ukatuma loya wako waje anisome, kuwa watoto ulonizalia, kuwa watoto ulonizalia sitawaona tena. Siamini kuna time tuliapa hadharani, kanisani kwa jina na pete, yashamwagika hayazoleki hayao, basi nenda lote mama, nenda lote mama penzi, unaenda unilikuenzi vinoma noma, yashamwagika hayazoleki hayao, basi nenda lote mama, nenda lote mama. Yeah.